so it's really quick.
You've never been so right back.
All right, brothers, let's go. Pass these around,
2 weeks
please.
ago, this is what got me through the day.
Yibane Hamikdash, Yirtzi Ein Yirtzi Yirtzi Ein Temale, Yibane Hamikdash, Yirtzi Ein Temale, Shana Shir Chadash, Ovenana Nale, Shana Shir Chadash, Ovenana Nale, Yibane Hamikdash, Yirtzi Ein Temale, Shana Shir Chadash, Ovenana Nale, Shana Shir Chadash, Ovenana Nale. Okay, continue learning Refuah Shlema, Akira Friend Ben Rachel Dvora. So we're going to do something a little bit different today, and I want to explain why. I just want to explain the background to this sefer, the Siftei Chaim. This is when you have, when you're lucky and you first learn something from someone that loves what they're teaching and feels close to what they're teaching, they're able to put upon you a reshima, like a really beautiful imprint forever on what it is that they taught you. You know what I mean? Like you learn something for the first time, you hear a name of someone for the first time. So even if you're not really that connected to the rest of whatever that sefer is, but the first time that you got a time of it, it has some kind of a reshima on the heart, in a sweet, it's kind of sweet imprint. So when I was 16, I was in a Eula for a little bit. That's the high school in Los Angeles, Yeshiva University of Los Angeles, and didn't connect to anything or anyone there besides one Rabbi who was actually I used to ditch math. He was a history teacher, but he was a Breslover Baal Tshuva, and his name was Mr. Weissman. I used to ditch like math and science to go and learn with him a Sichel Saran in the Beis Medrash. That was like my highlight. But in the
Bad boy.
I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. So my Rebbe, my Gmar Rebbe, was a big Gaon. A huge Gaon, Rabbi Nachum Sauer in Los Angeles. Huge Gaon, tremendous. I actually really loved his shir. His shir was amazing. Before Purim one year, he said, I want to learn something a little bit different. Give us a little chizuk. And he brought out this sefer, the Siftei Chaim, Rav Freidlander. I don't know if you've heard of Rav Freidlander, but he was a Talmud Muvhak of the Michtav Meliel, Rav Dessler. This is not the world that we're so used to learning from, and hopefully we're going to learn a lot more of this world next year. I think that we could sweeten everything together. Once it's all one Torah. Binyamin's excited now, or he's never going to come back here again. I don't know how to figure it out. But I picked up the Ali Shur and the Michtav Melial the last few weeks. I'm like, I think we're ready. We can do it now. We can go in there and mamish, like, not feel that someone's whipping us, but like realize it's all one. It's all one. It's all taking us to the same place. So the Rav Freidlander is a Talmud of Rav Dessler. We're talking about the Musar movement. And he then became the Mashgiach of Panovich, and basically once he had to travel to the States for medical issues, and his Talmidim missed him so much, so he sent them a little kuntris and Emunah. And that was how his first publication of Sfarim started coming out, by sending a little kuntris of Emunah to his students. And this set is, I don't know if did I get it here? I don't think that I found it in the Sfarim store that I was at, but it's a very large set of Sfarim, the Siftei Chaim, and it goes through all the concepts of Bitachon, Emunah, whatever, and also the Chagim and the Muadim. And I saw a little piece here about what were the Tkufa that we're in, about Bein HaMetzarim, that I think will be really good for us to feel from that side itself. And we'll see where we can go with it. So this is Rav Freidlander, the Siftei Chaim. I found it to be extremely, extremely empowering. Because you just put things on the table. There's no sugarcoating. It's like, this is what it is. Sometimes you just need someone to tell you, like, this is what it is, So look what he says here. הצער והאבלות על ירושלים מושתתים על שני יסודות. The pain and the mourning over Jerusalem are based upon two foundations. חסרון אפשרות להתקרב להשם יתברך על ידי בית המקדש. צער על היעדר כבוד שמיים וחילול שמו יתברך. Simple. Pashut to the point. What does he say? That the whole pain, this 3 weeks, what are the 3 weeks about? What are the 9 days about? Or what is really every single day about when it comes to crying over Yerushalayim? So he says, one of them is that I just don't have the ability to gain this closeness to Hashem that I did when I had the Beis Hamikdash on a simple level. As much as we try to convince ourselves, this makes me feel like I'm in the Beis Hamikdash, this is what it was like, it's all sweet and it's like it should work for you. But there's no Beis Hamikdash means that which made me feel close is not there. Second, that there's a chilul Hashem in the world. Now, what does chilul Hashem mean? What does chalal mean? A void, an empty space, meaning there is a lack of something that's going on in the world. Chilul, you have pain al he'eder kavod shamayim, that the kavod of Hashem. Forget about your thing. Now you're crying over Hashem. This ties into something we learned many times over the last few years, that during the 3 weeks and the 9 days, what you're crying over is not so much your own pain. You're crying over the fact that Hashem is homeless. Like you ever see your parent cry? Did any of you ever see your father or mother cry?
Yes.
It's a frightening thing. It's a very I don't know if scary is the right word, or it does something to you. It's very traumatic. You don't see your own parent cry. So it's like almost like Rabbi Shlomo will talk about this. 3 weeks, 9 days. It's what are you busy trying to do? Lenachem your Abba, because you can't bear to see Hashem, your father, crying. So he's saying the second thing here is that the kavod shamayim, bichlal, in our situation, how a yid goes up to Beit today, it's an absolute chilul Hashem. It's an absolute chilul Hashem. Not God forbid that a Jew going up to Beit is a kiddush Hashem. Don't get me wrong here, chas v'shalom. How would you explain it? The manner, the criteria, the reality is it's
Hiddenness.
Huh?
The hiddenness.
The hiddenness. What do you mean by that?
The reality is hidden. The reality is the Beit HaMikdash is... The reality is Har Beit, but it's hidden right now by a bunch of...
The unjust constraints.
The unjust constraints. Okay. Next. Second paragraph. בית המקדש בכל עבודת הכהנים והקורבנות שנעשו בו והשראת השכינה שהייתה בתוכו גרמו לעלייה רוחנית בעבודת השם, וכל אלו נתנו את החיזוק והאפשרות להתקרב להשם יתברך. He's just hitting this home again. Is that what was taking place in the Beis Hamikdash basically enabled each and every one of us to feel the possibility that I am close to Hashem. How do I know today that I'm close to Hashem? Like what confirms for me? What affirms my belief that I'm close to Hashem today or not?
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe. I'm here.
Okay, but what do you say? But how do you know for sure that makes you feel close to that's close to Hashem?
It's a feeling.
Huh? It's a feeling. It's an assumption. It's like I'm putting my cards on it, right? But how do we know in the Beis Hamikdash when Lamaisa, if we were close to Hashem or not? It was there, meaning it was there. And in Yom Kippur, how did I know that I was forgiven or not? I had something showing me that I was forgiven or not, meaning it wasn't like, I didn't have to assume.
That's why they call the Beit Knesset is like a mini Beit Mikdash, because you sometimes feel it here.
But
feel
even
it in the strong
you
davening, you feel because
right,
you're in
but
that
we're talking
place.
about more than feeling.
Nah, there's been Noah.
There's still
Noah
a
Davins and the Yemei Geshem, and it's pouring down outside. You have a feeling. You have like a hint of it.
But we're talking about much more than hints and feelings.
Is the
Huh?
No something.
There's no, there's no.
what is
were we
the
gonna say?
Beit? Is the Beit?
It's Nisim straight up in front of your eyes all the time.
It's
There's
Nisim.
no doubt.
There's no doubt because of Nisim and Iflot.
You're saying it's too obvious.
But does that mean you're close to Hashem, that there's Nisim?
Well, I mean, when you see Hashem in front of you, there's no.
It's it doesn't work for very long. We know like the that timeline, what that timeline goes that they have, we had on
Yes,
that. It's 64 years between the building of the Beit Hamikdash and the separation of the Menucha. So, I mean, apparently even like clear revelation and knowing that even that we have to struggle through.
I'm trying to drive home a different point. The point is certainty. Certainty that it's possible for me to eat chazek. I want chizuk. I want to get strong. When I walked into the Beis Hamikdash, what would happen to me through avodat hakorbanot, shirat haleviim, brought into my consciousness vadaut. Havadai shmo ken tehilato. That's what. Remember the Torah from Rav Weinberger? He said, it says Vayivarech David es kahal. Right? No. What's the pasuk there? Vadai. No, Havadai shmo ken tehilato. I forgot what the pasuk was. That's where all Evchol Ma'aminim Havadai shmo ken tehilato. This was what the Metziut of Beit HaMikdash was. Now we know other things were lacking, like, I would cheat on everything, but there was still a vada'ut in terms of hitkarvut la'Hashem. Let's see how he develops this idea. גודל האפשרות להתקרב לעבודת השם יתברך על ידי בית המקדש מבואר בכמה מקומות. He's going to go through a few chazals that show us how it was really possible to really get close through what took place in the Beit HaMikdash. Here it is. חז"ל אמרו ילקוט שמעון יפה נוף משוש כל הארץ. אמר רבי יצחק שהייתה משמחת כל הארץ. The Beis HaMikdash would bring simcha to the whole land. אדם עובר עבירה ודואג וליבו שח עליו, עלה לירושלים והקריב קורבן ונסלח לו ויצא משם שמח. The Midrash says a person went, he was over a certain עבירה, whatever it was, he's feeling bad about it, it's taking up a lot of room in his heart, וכולי וכולי, goes up to Yerushalayim, brings a korban, comes out sameach. Why? Because it didn't have to really work hard on believing that his tshuva was granted, was wanted. Why? Because he knew it. He saw his tshuva being accepted. He saw his tshuva being accepted. That brought a tremendous simcha in the world. Simcha hi totza'a mishlemut. Simcha is a result of completeness. Adam הנמצא בצער חסר לו דבר מה ועל כך הוא מצטער. Someone who is in pain, who is in sorrow, it's coming from a lack of something. Something's lacking and he feels bad about it. ירושלים שהייתה משוש כל הארץ היא הביאה שלמות. Yerushalayim brought shlemut. We see this in the name of Yerushalayim as well. Yerushalayim, Yir'ah Shalema. There was a sense of completion, something complete, fullness. It filled the world. Adam bel Yerushalayim chaser, avera beyado ודואג בליבו, ויצא מירושלים שמח, shlemut. That's what he described right now. You come to Yerushalayim in pain, lacking something. You go to the Beit HaMikdash, you walk out, filled. Reb Shlomo said that really is what a shul is supposed to be, that you walk in lost and you walk out found. That's what he said the mission statement was of the House 11 prayer. You walk in lost, you come out found. He said when you walk in, you don't know anybody. When you leave, you know someone's going to miss you. That's what the Beis HaMikdash was. עוד אמרו, becomes in the Midrash Tanchum and Parshas Pinchas, אמר רבי יהודה בר סימון, מעולם לא לן אדם בירושלים ובידו אבון. No one ever slept over in Yerushalayim with an avon in his hand, holding on to averas. Why? כיצד? תמיד של שחר מכפר על אבנות שנעשו בלילה, תמיד של בין הארבעים מכפר על אבנות שנעשו ביום. The Korban Tamid, both in the morning and the evening, would always make sure that whatever needed to be mechupar, forgiven before, was forgiven at night. The one in the morning took care of the night, and the one of Ben Arbaim took care of what would happen during the day. Meaning, there was always a clean slate. Now, the crazy question we have to have in the front of our hearts is, in that kind of reality, how could you then further? No, meaning go to the place of darkness that we ended up going to. Yesh mashu b'zeh. Meaning, if there's a constant clean slate, I know that the Korban Tamid of Ben Arbaim and the Korban Tamid of the Shachar is always cleaning up my act. Adam lo lan b'Yerushalayim ven b'di avon. Then how in the world, where's the space there to be like,
you gotta really try hard.
You gotta...
Just laugh at it. You know that you're going to have your slate clean 3 times a day. So you can, it seems like people slip into a place where like, this is going to get cleaned up in a few hours. Like,
Right.
okay,
I don't think you can rely on that.
So, you can't rely on.
They would worry less about their sins, and they would do worse and worse. Because it's like a kid that makes a mess, right? And his parents clean up without him knowing. He didn't have to work to clean up. He doesn't know that it was cleaned up. So they'll just make a bigger mess next time because it gets cleaned up by itself.
And if we were always in the status of a clean slate, why did we lose the Beit HaMikdash anyway?
Well, that's the next question. So, give me any avera. If I know there's a korban tamid, then I'm fine. But that's the pain of the 3 weeks, because what's one of the things that happened on Shiva Asar Tammuz? Butal korban tamid. That's the day that korban tamid stopped being mukrav, which essentially means clean slate is
Over.
done. Gansky.
Anyways, I don't think that like you can, because the korban tamid is only mechaper, right? I think it's only mechaper for something like by accident, but like if you do it knowing, it's like it's like a chata.
Tovel v'sheretz b'yado. Is that what you're saying?
It's like a chata v'shuv.
Haomer chata v'ashuv v'chta v'ashuv.
Right. So it's like, okay, so right. So I'm gonna sin, and then I'm gonna get the tamid. So doesn't matter, right? So it's basically
okay, that's good. Let's continue. נוסף לכך, עצם עבודת המקדש השפיע יראת שמיים בלב האדם. The service in the Holy Temple brought down, draw, and caused yirat shamayim in the heart of man. כדברי התוספות בבא בתרא, לפי שהיה רואה קדושה גדולה וכהנים עוסקים בעבודה, היה מכוון ליבו יותר ליראת שמיים וללמוד תורה. Seeing the Kohen do his thing, seeing the yira that took place in there would bring your heart to be mechuvan. Like the way we feel sometimes when we bump into very holy people. So that happens like, once in a blue moon that we actually come in contact with someone that we look at them, unless you're going to Chevron every day, and I don't know, unless you have like some kind of like a constant, hopefully that doesn't wear off either, that feeling of, but it does. There was always, it never wore off, meaning the feeling every day, whenever you go to Beit HaMikdash, it never became old, seeing a Kohen do his thing. Hearing a Levi sing a niggun, it never became old. It always stirred in the heart to put you in a place of Yirah. Always. Like the way we felt when we left Rav Yaakov Meir Shechter, right? So that's like a ta'am of what that caused the heart to feel whenever they'd go into the Beit HaMikdash. I can't hear you.
What's happening?
Yeah, we're going to do it. Listen, all the tzaddik we haven't gone to this year, we have to do it. We have to do it this year. We're waiting for the Amshinover connection. Right over here. Avi Miller, Amshinover connection to hook it up. Let's hook it up. I haven't seen the Amshinover in probably 15 years. I mamish want to go desperately. Desperately. Okay, so that's what the Tosfos says there. V'chach, third line in this paragraph. V'chach ita gam ken b'zohar. This is a tremendous zohar. Al godel ma'alat hatzitz v'haktoret sheviu et ha'adam li'itkarvut l'avodat Hashem yitbarach. The greatness of the tzitz and the ktoret. Does anyone know what the tzitz and the ktoret were? What's the tzitz? Nachon. The tzitz and the ktoret, obviously we know that's the incense. That it would bring a tremendous closeness of a person to do Hashem's will. V'lashuv b'tshuva. So look what the Zohar says. Kol man dehava mistakel be'ahu in the tzitz. V'hava isbar libe. וכדין ציצה מחפר עליה כגב נדם, כיוון דאיהו גרים לדברי ליבי ולהתקנה מכמה מאריה. What does that mean? כל מי שהיה מסתכל בציץ היה נשבר בליבו. Your heart would crack open just by looking at the tzitz of the Kohen Gadol. ולכן הציץ היה מחפר עליו. That's why it says that tzitz brought kapara. Why? Looking at it caused you. Huh?
This is today's daf.
Oh really? It's today's daf, Yom?
Like looking the bush is knocking the...
Very nice. That's right. ולכן הציץ היה מחפר עליו כיוון שהוא הביא לשבירת הלב. Looking at the tzitz of the Kohen Gadol brought to this place of shvirat halev. Now that doesn't mean depression. It means I'm heartbroken over anything bad that I did. I want to get my act together. What's that?
I think with Rumi you're talking about.
Oh, right now, yeah. Rabbi Nachman.
Opening.
a broken heart is one that's open. Nachon, not uchnia lifnei Hashem. Kegav medaktoret kol man da'arach be'amu hav mevarer libe bebiru lemiflach lema'arye ve'ever minei zvama di'etz hara ve'lo havelei ela liba chada lekabel avua dibishmaya. The Zohar, the words of the Zohar are so precious. Kach gam aktoret kol mi shaya meriach oto haya mevarer et libo bevirur la'avod et Hashem. The fragrance of the incense. You know, it says that that all the senses were blemished in Gan Eden besides chush hareach. Chush mishush, we felt. Chush hatam, we tasted. We listened, and we saw. But we didn't blemish chush hareach. That's the reason why what we do besamim on Motzei Shabbos to keep us a little bit with the fragrance. That never became blemished. He's saying over here, when someone would take a whiff of the Ketoret, hayam mevarer et libo, it became clear to his heart, I want to be a Yid. Just by smelling the Ketoret. Ve'avar mimeno zuhamat ha'yetzer hara. And the zuhama, the inflammation, that the yetzer hara, the contamination of the yetzer hara would be removed from you. ולא היה לו אלא לב אחד לפני אביו שבשמיים. You just have one heart to Hashem. אם כן בית המקדש היה מקום אתגר לעלייה בתורה ועבודת Hashem. So we see over here, besides all these things that we know about the Beit HaMikdash, what I experienced, what was given to me, the opportunity that was given to me through the stuff that was going on in Beit HaMikdash, put me in check. It took me there. It was clarity. That's what we're talking about, vada'ut, you see. When I looked at the Kohen's tzitz and when I smelled the Ketoret, bye-bye Amalek, en sfekot. It's clear to me this is what I want to do. It's clear to me this is who I want to be. That's what he's saying over here. Now, we can't help but cross over to Chassidus all the time. Reb Nachman says that there was a concept which was called He'arat HaRatzon. You and I spoke about this in a recent session on the radio. He'arat HaRatzon means the enlightenment of will. So the way people normally translate it is that there was or and it was illuminated. I don't know what that means exactly. Gilui or He'arat HaRatzon, the way Reb Shlomo taught that piece, means it was clear to me what I wanted in life. He'arat HaRatzon. The Ratzon was mu'ar. I knew this is who I wanted to be. This is the experience that a person went through going to the Beit HaMikdash. You know, it says about Yonah Hanavi. Yonah was actually, he had his bar mitzvah in the Beit HaMikdash. Yonah Hanavi. And he saw the Churban as well. And what enabled him to hold out might have been that he knew for sure, no matter what, this is who I want to be. We see anyone that saw the Beit HaMikdash, this is who they wanted to be. He'arat HaRatzon, that was clear to them. Bottom paragraph. So milvad he'eder avodat hamikdash. So besides just the fact that there's no avoda of the mikdash, gam hester panim sheyesh bagalut hi hamafriya להתקרב לעבודת Hashem יתברך כדבעי, which means karaui. So what is he saying over here? So today we're working with two strikes against us. Mlechatchila already. What are the two strikes? One, I don't have that which would take place, which would in the Avodah Beis Mikdash, which would bring this reality and make me understand this is what I want. That's one. What's the other thing that I have that I'm filled with? Klipa. Not only is there a lack of something, there's also klipa upon klipa over that which maybe could be. And what's that? What does he call that kind of life? Galut. Heitiv le'agdir zot melech hakuzari. The king of the, how do you say Kuzari? The Kuzarite.
Kuzars.
The Kuzars. Kezars explained this beautifully. Ata kshenignaz ha'aron, atem keguf lelo rosh velelo lev. Now that the Aron is concealed, you don't have the Aron of Brit with the luchot, you are like a body without a head and without a heart. That's how he describes a Jew without the Beit HaMikdash. Ve'achaver oneh lakuzari, Sadakta v'yoter. He's saying, you're right. Al ken af letor guf en anu reuim. We're not even deserving of having a title as if we have a body. Ki anu ke'atzamot mefuzarot. כאין העצמות היבשות של העם יחזקאל. He's saying, don't even say we have a body. We're like dispersed bones, like the image of the עצמות היבשות, the dried bones that were in the times of Yechezkel. Ad kedei, these words are frightening. Look inside. Ad kedei kach gadol hu hester panim. This is how great the hester panim is, the hiddenness. Mamash kematzav shel mita. Literally a situation like death. וגם גרוע ממת, שבשרו אוכל ואפילו עצמותיו אינן מחוברות. Does anyone understand that last sentence?
Your body's eating, but there's nothing to draw.
Your limbs are not even connected to each other, but there's a body of flesh that's like consuming food, meaning that it doesn't get more, gruesome in a description. Well, it does, like some.
Why is that worse than that?
It's totally disconnected.
Death is gamarnu. Like someone's either dead or alive. What's that?
That everything's disconnected, right?
Death?
Yeah.
Death is a complete separation between soul and body. So the soul's always alive, right? Here he's saying over here, it's worse than death because besaro ochel va'afilu atzmotav inam mechubarot. What do you think that means? His body is eating, like besaro ochel, but his limbs are detached from each other.
It means the best in both worlds. Like when you're alive, you eat, which is a negative. Like you have to eat to survive.
Right.
But on the other hand, you can also do good things. A dead body can't do anything, but at the same time, he also doesn't need to survive because he's already moved on to the next world. He's saying that we're in a state of living death. Like we have to eat. We can't just relax, but at the same time, we can't do anything positive.
Right.
What does atzmotav einan mechubarot mean?
His limbs, atzmotav, einan mechubarot one to another.
No, I understand that.
So you're like a. That's why he says you can't even call us a goof. See, a goof, a body, is just like a skeleton, but like a. Kilo yesh adayin tzura shel goof. Here he's saying there's not even a tzura of goof. You don't even have the form of a body. Okay. Have a good day. No. Okay. Let's go a few more lines. Don't worry. Me.
Send you on your way today.
Huh?
Good luck, boys.
Yeah, later. מיהו המתאים להתאבל על ירושלים ולהצטער על העדות האפשרות להתקרב להשם יתברך? Who is someone that is suitable to mourn over Jerusalem and to be in pain over the fact that the possibility to really be close to Hashem is ne'edar, it's like it's missing? Dafka Gavra Rabba. What does Gavra Rabba mean?
Big man.
Big man. Gavra Rabba is used many times throughout Chazal in different situations. We're going to see what it means over here. Adam shenitzal, someone who was saved. ומיצה את כל האפשרויות של עלייה ברוחניות להתקרב אל השם יתברך. Someone who has been saved, and what does it mean that someone that's been saved? He's tried every single possibility of spiritual ascent to get close to Hashem. והוא חש בפנימיותו שאיפה כנה ואמיתית להתקרב אל השם יתברך. And he senses in his inside an honest aspiration, an honest and real aspiration to come close to Hashem. Gavra Rabba kazeh hu haraui להתאבל על ירושלים. What is he saying? Or who is he defining right now? He's defining who can really mourn over Yerushalayim. You can only miss something that you're aware you're missing. That's what he's saying basically. You can't want something that you don't really know its value. You don't really know its value. You don't really like, oh no, I'm dying to get married. Why are you dying to get married? To get married. That means you don't really want to get married. Meaning you just want to get married, but you don't know the value of marriage. So you don't really long to be married. You just don't want to be single. Big difference between the two.
This makes the heart grow fonder. You only have that if you know what you're distant from.
He's saying a Gavra Rabba is someone that's been saved. Remember been saved? It means that he's still, like what does he define here as someone who's saved? Adam shenitzal, saved from what?
This world.
Saved from the complete lack of that in this world, and you still like long for more. You want more. He's saying a person like this גברא רבא כזה הוא הראוי להתאבל על ירושלים, הלא חסר לו עדיין חלק חשוב בעבודת השם יתברך, האפשרות להתקרב להשם יתברך בשלמות, מצב שזכו לו כשבית המקדש היה על מכונו. What is he basically saying here? I think he's saying like this. A person that keeps on working on himself spiritually gets hungrier.
Shouldn't say, like someone took advantage of it.
I can't hear you, Achi.
Shouldn't say, you took advantage of it, I think he's trying to say. Not that he was saving.
סליחה, נכון, you're absolutely right. So אדם שניצל במצה, meaning, למצות means to
maximize.
נכון. Every single thing that he's done. The more that you maximize your opportunities to get close to Hashem in this world without Beit HaMikdash, the more empty you feel. It's very weird.
Because the more you realize that you're missing the greatest connection.
נכון.
What is that?
And so the pain is even greater.
Because you're filling your body up.
You're filling everything up, and yet
there's not that ultimate.
there's
and yet there's no shleimut. And yet there's no shleimut.
I don't know why the example in my head, I'm just thinking of the army, we get these field meals. They're just, whenever I go to the army, we spend time in the shetaf, we get these field meals. And they're just like, whatever, that's like basic food. And like, even if I took like the barbecue sauce and that we brought from home, or the chimichurri, whatever we brought from home, it's still gonna be tuna fish and like some like
sardines,
something else that came out of a can, right? It's never gonna get that. Like, it doesn't inspire me to know what like a first class meal tastes like. You know, like to really know what it to eat in like in a 5-star restaurant and to really understand it. I'm just trying to understand, like, all I did, I took advantage of, I made the most of my situation. Shouldn't that lead me to a sense of satisfaction with my meal? But he's saying, no, that's going to make you realize you're eating tuna fish from a can. Right?
It's like we get high off what we have now, right? Like, it's sad almost. but like, that's what we feel on Tisha B'Av. Like, during the 3 weeks you could talk like this. It's being real. All year long I have to convince myself this is the real thing, right? During the 3 weeks is an inyan to realize that everything we think we have now, it's cute.
Yeah.
We're filling up.
It's cute.
We're filling up our body with food.
And it's good. And it's cute.
We need that food, but there's no the link is missing.
The link to shleimut is missing.
Right, because if you're on that field meal and you just remember what your last Shabbos meal was like when you were home, it like ruins the meal. It'll destroy the meal.
So now take the Yehudi in Galut and says, listen. So we're the same. Why? You admit it's closer, but it's still not shalem.
It's true.
It's cute and sweet. And he's saying, look, I'm also aware that it's cute and sweet where I am too, and it's nothing close to shleimut.
We're filling our body up with more food though.
Right, so
we have the packs of barbecue sauce.
Right,
we have the chimichurri.
Chimichurri and barbecue sauce on hand and hand tray.
Nachon.
And when the time comes to lay that cornerstone, we're here. We're not.
They'll be here too.
They're brought here.
Bezrat Hashem.
So it's like, a person makes aliyah, and then a person feels, I don't know, some kind of, the land does something to a person, so then the person feels maybe more connected, but he's saying, say you're living here, the void gets bigger, not smaller. You're filling yourself with more kedusha.
Absolutely.
But yet the void, so therefore...
Why? Because in the face of shleimut,
right.
In light of shleimut, which means completion, I'll feel it.
So therefore your longing, your longing here is greater. Meaning you have a...
Yeah.
Even though you're actually, the hole is getting bigger, your desire to fill and your connection is actually getting stronger because the hole is getting bigger.
I think it's obvious when you emphasize it's obvious.
What?
When you emphasize it's obvious that they're less, that they feel less, that they're missing less.
They don't.
When you
They don't even.
You're more.
Yeah, you feel like
the bigger.
They don't feel that they're missing.
Right, they don't feel.
Right, you don't. Nachon,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's not the opposite. אותו דבר.
Yeah.
אותו דבר. You
What?
don't. He said I feel the opposite, but
But he's saying the
he's
same
saying the
thing.
same
I'm
exact
saying.
thing.
Absolutely. When you're not
didn't,
here, then the whole you don't have so much to fill. So then, I don't really. I'm just going to wait. I have everything I need here. So we were saying when they're, I have everything I need.
It's true.
And
You
here,
really need. No, but that's true.
Right.
I have everything I need
Because
to make it
there's
here because in the faith.
there's no hole. The hole to fill is very small. So the emet of it, what you're really trying to fill, you're so distant from it.
Right.
Here, we're closer to it. And the hole
I didn't
becomes
feel
bigger.
it
Like,
like Tisha B'Av until I moved here.
Right.
I didn't feel Tisha B'Av, and it started before Tisha B'Av. I will say there when we sing at the end the Lashana Bab Yerushalayim, I was here and I was singing that, and that's when I felt it.
Right.
It started already well Seder for me the first year I was
Right.
here. It was
That's
like,
very deep.
what am I mean, yeah, it's because it's
The
not.
problem is you're here and you have your time.
It's like in Chosar, you just get more numb. You can get numb here too, but it's
Right.
harder to allow that to happen because it's palpable. Like you go up to a rooftop in the old city, and some people, like our Rabbi, can't even look at Rabbi. It's too painful. Right? You're not going to have that experience if you're not here and connected to it.
The other thing I found here was on Tisha B'Av. I've always experienced a level of simcha on Tisha B'Av here, not a mourning as much as when I didn't live here. It was always everyone tried to manufacture. I felt everyone's manufacturing all this mourning, but here I've always felt almost like a simcha. Like I don't know, maybe we have this hole to fill, but maybe the simcha is that we're actually aware of it. We're aware of this thing, and we're aware that even though the hole is getting bigger, we're actually getting closer. We're aware that we can.
So we're tapped into the pain.
That's very
We
deep.
can always
That's amazing what you're saying. The awareness does not mean that it's changed the reality, but it means that I'm awake.
Because you're part of something,
right?
You're part of the pain. All this pain that felt until now like a foreign concept.
But he's saying here, a Gavra Rabbi is the one that can feel the pain. But how can you feel the pain?
Because you continue to desire it, even though Hashem is pulled back.
Well, he's saying also you've tried all the ways of ascending spiritually to get close to Hashem. So a huge one is obviously choosing to move to Eretz Asher Ein Hashem L'kecha Ba. However, let's not kid ourselves. There's still a lot more that comes with it than just making Aliyah. That's one major one. But there's a bunch of other things we have to do in terms of working on ourselves spiritually to try to feel close to Hashem. So he's saying a person that's tried it all. Everything. He's tried every single way. He is one who is... That's a person that can really say, I am mourning over Yerushalayim. For real. Listen, this is a musar book. It's not Hasidic Sefer, right?
Because you care about it.
This is real. Because you value...
Even though it's gone,
what
you
it
care.
means to you, it means much more to you than someone that doesn't know what it means.
Or you have the consciousness to say, I really care. Yeah, and even though it's gone, I'm still going to work on myself. And even if I never see it, I'm going to do the best I can.
And that, Brenner says, brings an element of simcha, that's what I care about.
Right.
That's what bothers me.
You're not trying to numb the pain. You're accepting this is painful. This
Right.
is painful. There's a truth to that. Instead of trying to push that away, we're always trying to protect ourselves. This is not the place to protect yourself. This is where you want to actually let that pain in.
Cliff told me one year that the highest day of the year for him, the experience was the most elated day was Tisha B'Av.
Not Yom Kippur?
No, because that's every day.
That's his favorite day of the year.
No. That year was Tisha B'Av.
Wow.
Because when you come to full acknowledgement with the pain, and you're one with the pain, and you stop trying to fight it, there's something very big, there's something very huge about that. When you stop fighting the pain, stop trying to numb things, and you allow the emotions to feel that which is painful fully, it does bring an element of joy. I mean, that's why Tisha B'Av is called a Moed, because you do meet Hashem there in that place.
Ties into last night's shir.
Very much, yeah. Okay, let's just finish this paragraph. Beram, ברם, אם גם את האפשרויות שעומדים לפניו להתקרב אל השם יתברך, אינו מנצל אותן כראוי ובשלמות, but if a person does not take advantage of all the possibilities that are presented before him to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu like it should be and with shlimut, אם כן, איזו שייכות יש לו לצער והאבלות על חיסרון האפשרות להתקרב אל השם יתברך בעת השלמות על ידי בית המקדש, ולא גם את האמצעים שיש בידו אינו מנצלן בכל כוחותיו. So what kind of shtuch did he give over here? You know what a shtuch is? It's like a straight up musar. What did he basically say over here? He's saying, don't come and think that you can cry over the Beit Hamikdash, because crying over the Beit Hamikdash means I'm longing for shleimut. I'm longing for a complete state of being close to Hashem. There are many, many ways that can bring you closer to wanting this. Have you gone through all of them yet?
Don't be such a tzaddik crying over the
Exactly, that's what he was saying.
Over the lack of shleimus. Try the other stuff.
Exactly.
At least fill your body up enough.
Exactly.
He's saying if you haven't filled yourself up, don't
pretend that you could. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Only if you've gone through this thing
where you get to that point where you filled yourself up and you say, oh, it's still not enough.
There's nothing left. You've done it all, and that's what's left. Then it's okay. But if you haven't gone through that process yet, don't kid yourself.
Right. So someone will say, okay, I won't kid myself, and we close the sefer.
That takes him out of the category of Gever Rabbi.
He's saying, you want to be like that, it's fine.
Want to be a Gavra Rabba.
But you're not a Gavra Rabba.
That's right.
Very good. That's why he's using that term. He says only a Gavra Rabba can do this, but if you're okay not being a Gavra Rabba, it's fine with me, it's fine with you, right? He's calling us, listen, he's just calling us out. He's like, everyone wants to be a Gavra Rabba, a big person. Not in a gaiva way, but like a mahut, on a level of like, how do you say mahut?
Substance.
Content, yeah. Like, I'm made of something big, right? I mean, he said, this defines what you're made out of, right? Don't come crying and kvetching here about shleimus if you didn't first really check all the different avenues of attaining the level of shleimus you could attain without a Beit Hamikdash. Because you can't really cry. What is he trying to say over here? He's like, this kufa of 3 weeks really gives us an opportunity to really check in. And to see where are we holding bichlal with our whole Yiddishkeit. And that's why you need to always, like, you need this sefer, and you also have to run to Reb Nachman, because you need them both. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
So is the part of the deeper mourning that one has on Tisha B'Av may have somewhat more to do with what we haven't done, as opposed to why not that the Beit Hamikdash is not here, but that when we think about where we are and we want to be close to that, it's like, well, look at all the things that we didn't do.
What have I done?
Where's the delta between us and
Right.
and Big Man? It's like, where's the right?
The delta between us and Big Man.
No, I'm saying that you're sitting there on Tisha B'Av and whatever you feel is, he's coming to say, did you do everything? Did you put all your cards? Did you do everything? Did you really
to attain shleimus?
Fully apply your? I mean, we're here now. Okay, now you have greater. How big is your void?
Right.
How big is your void?
Listen, I just one more minute. I see the next paragraph. I didn't think we'd get to it, but the mamish 2 more minutes just to fill it in. Okay, it's okay.
Yes.
So look at this. No. This is very good. Matara nosefet yesh la'avelut al Yerushalayim. What's the second thing about mourning of Yerushalayim mentioned before? Hashchina begalut, right? It's about Hashem now, right? Forget you. It's Hashem's tzar kivyachol. He'eder kvod shamayim b'avriyah. There's a lack. There's this. He'eder means there's a missing, right? Ne'edar. Someone's ne'edar, they're missing. So it says over here, there's he'eder kvod shamayim b'avriyah. In the creation, there's something literally lacking and missing in the blueprint of the world, so to speak. כשבית המקדש היה על מכונו, ראו אותה במלוא כבודו והדרו. Person would come and say to Beit Hamikdash, you know who the covet would go to for such a structure? God. וגם כשהייתה תקופת ירידה בכלל ישראל, וכגון בבית שני, עם כל זאת ראו כבוד שמיים אף כי לא במילואה. Even when things were more schwach by us. Like in the Zman of Beit Sheni, the structure of the Beis Hamikdash brought, like the viewing of it brought some kind of a sense of kavod shamayim. So he's saying like this, he continues with this line, Mi hu hara'ui lekach shal yesod zeh tiyeh mushtetet aveilato. Who is the person that can say that based upon this lacking, their avelus is in the world? Like, when was the last time you really were able to cry over the fact that there's less Hashem in the world? God forbid, there's less revelation or awareness of Hashem in the world. Adam shekol tochen chayav ubechol pe'ulotav u'ma'asav matara achat lo ba'avodat Hashem. Only a person that when you look at his whole life in the context of everything in his day, he has one purpose in his serving of Hashem, and that is what? Haramat kavod shamayim, lifting up the kavod of shamayim. Only a person like that, he says, Hu gam mesugal li'tzta'er al he'eder kavod shamayim ba'vriya. A person like that can cry over the fact that there's no kavod shamayim right now.
Hashem is
correct.
That it's not there.
Adam shemechin belibo et Beit Hamikdash hapnimi. The person who's preparing the Beis Hamikdash the inner Beis Hamikdash in his heart. Ashriat Shechina b'Yisrael v'ribui kvod shamayim. The Shechina dwelling in Am Yisrael and the ribui, the more of kvod shamayim. Hu gavra rabba. That's the big boy. That's a gavra rabba. Lo yeshet ha'shayachut LaBeit HaMikdash HaChitzoni. A person that's building a Beis HaMikdash in his heart, he has a shayachus to a structure that's called Beis HaMikdash. It's good stuff, no? It's strong. It's strong, but it's really, it's bomba. It's good.
We need more musar.
Don't worry, we're getting it. All right, thank you, boys. Yishar koach. I hope we get to learn a lot more from this sefer over the year. I really do. The Siftei Chaim. You know, I'm going to show it to the cover on mine. Just to cover. What, can I have one second? The Siftei Chaim. The Rav Dessler. This is like, for any of the cover that want to see what the sefer is. It's amazing. He is a Talmud of Rav Dessler. All right. We did it. Shekar.